So we have this G, sorry, G37x. It's a 2012. The customer want me to replace the exhaust, so I'm going to record a video. It's a very nice system, and I will show you on the process what I do. Usually is first I put WD-40 in all the bolts and stuff that I will need to remove. Also on the hangers, I will put that so I can remove it easy. The main concerns usually on these ones are the nuts on the cats itself. They're 14 millimeters, but they all, for the temperature, they get rusted and they're hard to remove. But that's about the hardest part of this repair. I will show you his system. It's all stainless steel. He wants to make it sound nice. So I already put an intake, a cold intake on this one, which came out very nice. In order to do that, you need to remove the front bumper, which I cannot show now. But I will show you at the end how that looks on the engine as well. So let me set the camera here, and you guys can watch me work. Let me level this a little bit better. I think that's about the best I can do. All right. Oops, sorry for that. All right, I think that's a good capture. All right. So let's start doing this. It's gonna be not too long, not too short. I will keep you posted if I find something hard to do. One other thing that I wanted to say is this system that he has the brackets to put these vibration dampers. It's very important to put them on because what this will do is eliminate sounds on your exhaust, and especially when you're putting that kind of system, you want to make sure that you have no vibrations that are not necessary to feel, because that will change the sound. I didn't put a WD-40 on those, but they're not so bad. I'm gonna use a Stabilo Milwaukee, which is awesome. We will need these nuts. Hopefully this microphone will remove most of this noise. All right, so we got one out. We need to put this, and this is a very important thing too, because this will keep the heat away from the rubber. So the same on this side. Okay, this one broke. I'm going to need to find a 12 millimeter. Remember, that's the socket size. Size of this one is probably an 8 by 125. That's the thread size. And that's usually what happens when the temperature gets into the fasteners. Put a swivel into this one. We got one out, which is good. Same thing. Make sure that we can get that protection out of here. Oops. And it just flew away. All right, that's not so problematic. I need to get my muffler plier. Be right back, guys. I'm going to my toolbox. I'm working in somebody else's bay. Shop is really busy, which is awesome. I think everybody on winter time it slows down a little bit, but we're like back into like summertime. So the plier that I was referring is this one. I got it from Matco. Works really good. I will just not completely remove, but make sure they're almost out. This one on the back is going to be the one hard to get out. It's moving good. Yeah, both are moving good. And we got two more here. Yeah, just need to make sure that you can get it out of the way. We got these 12 right here too. Just a bridge they put in the middle. Hopefully they don't break. Let me see if I can break it loose with the ratchet. Sometimes the impact it just breaks it. Yeah, these are good. Yeah, they're good. I'm excited to hear how the sound will change. These engines are very nice. A 3.7, very fast car. Are good. hmm And it has a position, has even an arrow first facing forward. Right here it says like JK and an arrow. All right. Um, what else do we need to get out from this exhaust? Just the front. So those are 14 millimeters. I'm going to try to do that with a stubby. See how well I can grab them because I don't want to break those. Oof, this is going to be funny. This is the fun part because I can feel the socket already. It's loose in there. So I'm going to try to get that out with the 13. Yeah, if it's perfect. hmm Again, I will start with a ratchet because I can feel if it's going to break or not. No, this one is good. And it's got. Oh, beautiful. This is beautiful. The kit comes with all these gaskets and everything, which you should renew when you're doing a job like this. Hopefully you guys can see well. I mean, it's just nuts and bolts, nothing too serious in here. And I like to do this by hand. My friend has a Instagram account that will be also on the link so you guys can subscribe with him. He does a lot of video editing for like music and stuff like that. He's a great guy. He knows what he's doing. He has a great equipment. So if you guys are looking for something like that, do it. The name of his company, one second and I'll tell you. It's Velvet Box Studio. So again, I will put a link to his Instagram and the video. And this is my friend Jeremy. So let me take the light off. So this is Jeremy. Expect to hear because I got all right. So hopefully I'm not too much in here. So again, please check his Instagram and give it a try. All right, guys. He is very excited. I mean, he's like with a new toy with his car, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's a very beautiful car. After we put the intake, is just so much power. And he went on to the forums, and he find about this company that sells this system, and they give him a very good deal. It's all made in the USA. It's called Stillen, Stilllen. So check that system because it looks pretty good. So let's try this one. Okay, we got two good to go, and that makes me very happy. Was a little afraid of these ones because these studs are part of the catalog converters, which is a stain. We're replacing is the cat back tubes. And I might be wrong. Maybe these were 13 because they're not doesn't look that bad now that I am taking it apart. Now let them soak in the WD-40 for at least half an hour. One thing you do is warm up the muffler and put WD-40 so the temperature will help the WD-40 get sucked in. And I'm very fan of WD-40. We use BG products in here, which are great, but their penetrant oil is very oily. I mean, I know it's a redundance to say, but it's too oily and it's hard. Probably on the overall run, like if you let it suck for a while longer, it might work. For me, WD-40 is the best. All right, three out. That is fantastic. And again, when you're trying to remove a fastener like this, especially on the mufflers, you want to use your ratchets because you can feel if the actual fastener is coming out or not because you know when it's turning you're not going to be able to break it just at first because you will feel like it's given and it's turning the nut or it's turning the whole thing, you know. Try to get that nut out of the socket. This snap on supposed to be locking ratchet and it comes off. All right, it is coming out. Okay. Okay, perfect. So no more worries. The bad part is it wasn't there. It's just coming out beautiful. Let's try to lose this socket now that I have a chance. Just stuck in the nut. And it's better when it's like that because it grabs good. You don't want to, kind of like around the nut itself. Let me try to get that out with a chisel right at the nut. That worked perfect. All right. Okie dokie. Pura vida, like we say in Costa Rica. For those that don't know where I'm from, I'm originally from Costa Rica, which is a beautiful country. I have a few videos of my last vacation. I went to visit my parents and everything. It was very nice. So glad to, spend time with them again and go over to the hot spring. It was just fantastic. And it wasn't expensive. So now, am I going to need a hand? Or actually, let me see where that is. I'm trying to look for a stand we have here. One is that, but it's behind the pallets. So, one second, guys. Let me go and get mine. All right. This will help me hold the muffler here, doing us one main job. If I can get it off of the front, then I can start removing the hangers on the back and then work myself like that backwards. All right, this one is coming out. Perfect. Careful when you're doing this, don't pinch your hands. All right, so it is out. So I can now remove some of the hangers. Because my goal is to remove this as a one piece and then I start working myself with a new one. Yeah, this is working out perfect. Always be careful when you're working under a heavy piece. Now I think I can lower the front. Yeah, perfect. Because I have to push the whole muffler backwards to get it off of the last section, hangers. Hey Ed, hey Ed, can you give me a hand? I'm gonna call my friend Ed. Just hold the mufflers on the front. Yeah, just hold it there. I'm going to bring it down. Let me get this out of here. All right, just hold it 1 second. It's pretty much gone. I mean loose. Don't let it spin, okay? Don't let it. It's gonna try to spin. Don't let it spin. You know what I mean? Okay. I know it's heavy. All right. You weren't ready. That's fine. All right. Thank you so much. All right, guys. And that was the removing. Hopefully you were able to see everything. And these are the cats. So as you can see, everything looks very nice on those threads. They clean out very well. So no issues with that. And now we're going to start working ourselves uh, backwards or the way that we need to install, right? We need to work from the cats back. All right, so we got new gaskets. We can get rid of these ones. I don't have any um, schematic, let's say. So I'm gonna have to guess how this goes. I mean, it's not a rocket science. Yeah, this looks good in there. So let me put a couple of nuts in here. Well, at least one. Oh, actually, it's so good that I can put both. Keep everything loose till you're done. All right, perfect. So let's put one out here, and I need to get the clamp in before I. All right, sorry guys, I got interrupted with a call. I'm using my phone, so it does stop the video recording when somebody calls, which I mean is normal. All right, so I don't really need to worry about the clamps. This type of clamps are the ones you can install after. I always think on position for the clamps and the bolts. I would not face it down because that will help them get loose and fall, and also get grabbed, or like if you're driving and it's something on the road, it will grab that on the clamp. So I will either put it facing backwards, which is what I like to do. We can hand tight it, and that's what I would recommend to do. Just make it look or face backwards. All right, that all looks good in there. Again, don't tighten anything. Got another gasket in here and two bolts that I'm going to need for the next part. I also have to pull some of the protection covers. So you're not going to look at me for 1 second. Very easy. I like this setup. Very nice, very clean. So hope I don't want to spray the camera. Again, I use a little bit of WD-40 on here, so the hanger comes up easy. All right, so where are your gaskets? Right here. I put the cutter on top of it. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I mean, these bolts are just so short. Let me play this a little bit. So 14 millimeters on this one. I mean, yeah, that's what just happened before. Since I'm missing one of the bolts in there, they can slide very easy since it's not completely attached. So let's put this thing under. So we stop this to fall on the floor. That's a third hand. Yeah, that's perfect. And now that I have the other one in, the bolt is actually very good size. The exact size. You don't want it to be too long because they will just get rusted from the temperature. All right, so you tie that up a little bit. Just a snug. I'm gonna do the same thing with this clamp in here. Need a longer socket. And the size of this pipe is big difference compared to the to whatever it was in here, right? And that's why you gain so much power too. Plus, you don't have a muffler. You have just a resonator. Again, just a snug. Don't tie everything or anything till you're done. And now we got the last parts. Just cutting the protections off. Get the camera a little back. You guys can see me and see what I'm doing. Sorry for the shaking. A little more, like right there. All right, so this is this side. So let's get it on the hanger here, which is the hardest one to get in. And hopefully I can push it. It is very tight. Otherwise I'm gonna have to remove that rear hanger. But it might work. Okay, yes. Get this in. I don't have to touch those hangers. They are very rusted in there. Do me a favor. Actually, I think I can grab it from here. If you don't mind, hold that muffler there. Just try, kind of like make it flat. All right, just slowly. 1 second. I got Jeremy helping me. Trying to, yeah, perfect. See, good. That still has to be on this hanger here. And it has to come back. I got it. All right, so the hangers. And I don't need this now. Now we need to get the other one in. Cutting the protections. Well, there is actually some pictures in here on the paperwork. Might need you here again, bro. All right, hold that there. This one is better. Perfect. See, this one went in a lot easier. A little push to that side. So let's lose this one. Get the other clamps. I will not tighten anything until I'm happy with the position, because the way it is right now, it's kind of like push towards the the driver's side, and it's probably because the center pipe connection, since it has like an open part, it's not all the way in, but nothing that a rubber mallet and a couple of push will not correct. All right, so I'm gonna get a rubber mallet, but that is looking really pretty in there. Need to take still some of those vibration dampers. Oops, sorry guys. As you can see, it looks pretty neat in here, pretty even, and that's how it looks all the way up to the front. Now let me give you another tour back. So this is where those vibration dampers will go. All right, now the camera is focused, and we have another ones for this parts in here, which are still on the old muffler right there. We need to get those out. All right, guys. Not sure if I want to keep you hanging just to put this on. So let me just finish, tie them up, put everything in place, and then start and show you how it sounds. All right, guys, it's done. So again, you can see it's very nice and center. I did, or I was able to, let me make sure this is focused. Okay, to make the almost the same length. That's what you were looking for, and all I did it was just like again with the rubber hammer here, and make this closer. Everything is just nice and tight. I got the resonators installed, as you can see, and the other ones are right here on the back. I don't know if I showed that before or not, but yeah, everything's good to go. So let's bring it down and start it. We're about to start it. I'm gonna let him start the car. It's definitely his thing. And I want to show you guys the intake we put in here. Same company. So very nice, very very well done. And this one again, you need to remove the front bumper. You need to cut a little bit of the um, like radiator support. It's a plastic part. You don't need to remove much. It's just in order to the pipe to go through, but you need to give a little extra room because when you start the engine, it's going to move a little bit. These ones are very tight, so they do come with this. I didn't put this on. Well, I put it, but it's made to be like that because they're like almost rubbing against the strut tower, but it's just the way they are. All right, so he's coming. You want to start it? So we're gonna let Ed start the car and rev it up a little bit, not too crazy, because it's cold, right? Right here. Ooh. Let me take the headphones out. Right now you're hearing the sound. Just rev it up and let it go. Good? Very, very nice. He's gonna have to. Oh my god, that sounds so nice. He's gonna be happy. I can see his smile when he heard for at first. All right, guys, that's it.